Hello everyone, welcome back to Dilton's Tech Vlog, and in today's video we are going to see how to wire a basic KNX installation with one power supply, one actuator and a very simple keypad. I will show you how to wire it, how to plug it into the connector and how to power up the system. Okay, so if you look at the screen, you will be able to see that we have an MCB, an electrical protection circuit, which is already connected to the phase. So you can see that it's already on connected to the live system. So you can see the light. So then from there, I have just connected to the power supplies phase and neutral. So you can see here, I have just connected the phase and neutral of the power supply. Okay, and in this scenario we also have so this is a 320, sorry, this is a 640 milliampere power supply from Hager. So this is a KNX power supply, and I have a actuator from GVS. This is a 4-channel multifunction actuator, 6 ampere, and we'll be wiring today to this Schneider keypad. We'll be wiring this to the Schneider keypad here. Okay, so normally you will get a KNX connector like this. Okay, a KNX connector like this for connecting to the terminal. So you can see we have the this one with removed from the connector, removed with the connector. So we will wire it to this and plug it in. So normally in a KNX installation system, the power and data transmits through the same bus. Okay, same two wires. So normally we have two types of cables available in KNX. So the approved cable will be normally 4 core. That is, it will be having 4 colors of wire in it. So which looks like this. So this is a approved KNX cable, so which has 4 cores. So normally, as I said, we only need the red and black core for most of the cases, but for some specific applications where you need to run auxiliary power to the KNX devices, then you might need this particular cable. So for example, let's say you have a device, I have a touchscreen. So for this touchscreen, at the back you can see there is a yellow and white and a red and black. So here the red and black is the KNX connector and the yellow and white is the auxiliary power. So in most cases the KNX power supply is more than enough. So the KNX bus is more than enough to power the device. So if you see here, you can see in this keypad you only have the red and black connector, because this is a very low power consuming device, but the touchscreen is a high power consuming device. So if you look at the cable inside, let me just strip it for you. So normally it's a shielded cable. If you open up the shielding, you get 2 pairs. So you have a yellow and white pair, and you also have a red and black pair. So this is a power supply which does not have an auxiliary output. So in this scenario, we can also use any kind of 24 volt power supply. So I have this Siemens logo 24 volt power supply. This we will use when we are connecting the touchscreen, but for now we need to only connect the red and black connector. So this is an approved cable. This is a approved cable, meaning that so it is KNX spec. It's 0.8 square mm, 2 core, 4 core 2 pair cable. Okay, 4 core 2 pair cable. So but you can see this cable is not so flexible. So many times in installation we use a spec cable that is only 2 core. So which is smaller in size, and it has only the red and black core. So let's say you have an installation where you only need 2 wires. Okay, so again, as per the KNX standard, it is mandatory to run the 4 core cable, 2 pairs, red, black, yellow and white. But if you have an installation where you don't need any amount of auxiliary power, then yeah, you can use this cable. You can see inside it's made up of only 2 core. There is 1 red and black. You have the shielding, and you also have a drain wire. So again, we can connect, we just leave it at the back. Okay, and we'll use a similar cable for connecting our devices. Okay, so let's say first of all I have the KNX connector. So this KNX connector is normally made by Wago. Okay, so you can see the red and black here. So this connects to the pins here, and you can see at the bottom you have connections for 4 wires. So normally what we do, there's 1 in and 3 out. So that is how the KNX cabling system works: 1 in, 3 out. So let's say I wire this red and black. So I have a sleeve removed cable. So what I will do, it's very simple. So you take the cable, you just match the colors. You just can't. Okay, let me just trim the cable a bit. So it's a bit short. So you need approximately 8 to 10 mm maximum. 8 mm is more than enough. So take the connector. So you just plug the cable in directly. So if because of any reason you are not able to push them in completely, then you can just use a plier to just make sure they are fit snugly. So once it's fit inside, okay, the cable will not come out because it has an inverted hook inside, so it will not come out. So I'll just plug this in here. So I just connected and plugged it in. So again we have another the next device here. So in KNX you can do a bus topology, you can do a tree topology, you can do a hybrid topology, but never make a loop. Never make a loop. So here I'm just going to connect it. So here it's already on the device, the connector. So I just plugged it in. Done. So again, so it's connected. So now let's say if I plug the power, if I switch on the power, you can see the power supply is powered on, and you can see this device gave an indication. Okay, so that means it's powered on. So I can just check the power by just pressing the programming button. So if it lights on, that means it is receiving power. It is receiving power. So now let's connect the keypad. Okay, let's connect the keypad. So let me prepare the cable for that. So let me show you how it is done. Let's remove the sleeve for around 1.5 inches of sleeve. Remove the shielding. Make sure you are removing it as close to the sheath or to the insulation. Okay, then yeah, so if you have a special tool like this, you can use this, or you can use your strippers. You just match like at around 8 mm and you just pull it together. Okay, see, remember that this is a copper solid core copper conductor. So if you yank it like up and down, it will break. So it's always handle it carefully. So again, let me remove the other side as well. So I'm just going to press and hold. Yes, I got the same. So if you think the conductor's length is too long, you can just trim them a small amount. So I'm just switching on to power supply again. So please follow all electrical safety rules while working on live electricity. So let me just trim this also a little bit. So I'm just a little bit, I trimmed it, then same thing. So now the thing is that I can actually branch out from here, from here or from here, it depends. Okay, so there is nothing specific about that. So what I do, I just connect to the next available port, push it in, that's it. Okay, now the other end of the cable, I will connect to the keypad. So very simple, you just go back. So same thing, you can say I'm matching it up. So you can connect in any of these branch connection, but yeah, if it's from the bottom, it's better. So I plugged it in and it won't come out. I'm pulling it, but you can see it won't yank out. So now the devices are connected. Right? So the next step is going to program these devices. So in the coming video, we will see how to program this actuator, a 4-channel actuator multifunction, with this small keypad. And in the coming videos, we will also see how to use this touchscreen as well. Thank you. See you in the next video.